The chats have been kind of crazy today, so I wanted to address a few things. Honey, girl, lady, right off the bat. honey, honey. I don't know why when I go live she chooses to be so defiant. um, I love my kitties, the girls, but sometimes they could be a bit much here and there. But anyway, I hope, like I said, everybody's having a good day. If not, I hope it gets better. Now, oh, excuse me. Hey, girl, honey, girlfriend, hey, lady. I don't know why she's doing this to me right now. Honey, girl, ¿qué pasa? Do I need to talk in a different language? Yeah, okay. But anyway, um, oh, wait a minute, see if anybody can hop on. I understand this is so last minute on the fly, and I don't ever get out of sorts when people can't make it when I go live. It's, of all the things going on in the world, I'm not going to get upset over something on social media as much, okay? There's a lot going on. We got some bad weather in the south, okay? People are snowed in. There's ice everywhere. People are buying up all the foods at the grocery stores. The grocery stores, a lot of them are empty right now. So social media is kind of like the last thing I would get upset over right now. But I've been seeing a lot of things here and there that I just have to say something, okay? Um, I don't know what's going on in people's lives, but I have a feeling there's something more than just this. Okay, there's something more going on in one's life. In one's life, I mean, like for instance, earlier today, I was on somebody's live on a TikTok, okay, in the chat section, okay, and he must need a lot of attention. Hello, hon. Hey. Because this guy on TikTok, he was having, hey, Tim. Hey, everybody. Thank you. Now there's two other people here. Or there was, but thank you, hon. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. But anyway, there's this guy that was having a live on TikTok. Hello, everybody. Hi. And I guess he wasn't getting enough attention in his real life because, oh boy. And there was 58 of us. Oh, hi, honey. Hi. Thank you. I appreciate it. And let me tell you, thank you for the hearts, honey. Thank you. It's hard to keep up with the comments. I don't think a lot of people fully realize just how quickly the comments can go by in a chat. Okay? It is very hard to keep up. Thank you. I try. Thank you. It's very hard to keep up with the comments sometimes. And sometimes people take that as you're ignoring me. Not always, Grasshopper, not always. It's hard, but this guy on TikTok was flipping out, y'all. He was in his bedroom, I take it, because he was throwing around pillows. Hey, everybody, hey. He was throwing around pillows and just having a fit. And this guy is in his upper 50s. Honey, are you in your upper 50s? Or are we on the playground and somebody took your bright, shiny toy? I mean, I was like, oh, good Lord, have mercy on a Sunday afternoon. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. It's very easy, um, you know, to get lost in a chat, you know. And also I want to talk about the trolls. Now you have funny trolls, which I don't mind them ever. Um, and then you have the trolls who are vicious. Okay. And there ain't a thing in the world that's going to get rid of them. And I've seen it all. So nothing you could say to me, nothing you can make up, falsities, um, can phase me. Okay. I just block them. I just block them. And they're really miserable people. Okay, you must have no life at all. If this is all you have to do in your spare time, honey, please, I want your free time because it seems like from the moment I wake up to the moment I conk out at night, I'm busy. But no, this guy was flipping out because he wasn't getting the attention he wanted. And I'm like, Lord help me. So I got off of that chat. I blocked him because I don't want him popping up in my live when I go live on the Tickety Talk and tell me I'm not giving him enough attention or worshiping him. Again, it is very, very easy to miss comments here and there when there are even only a few in the chat, okay? It's easy, but people take it personally. And, you know, that's not the case a lot of the time. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But more than like if a person is, no, I don't, but I've heard of it. If a person is upset of that, okay, there's something else going on in their life. There's something else. It could be relationship issues, it could be their health, okay? If they have something physically wrong with them, then also that's going to play in to their mental health. So maybe they don't mean to lash out like that. Um, but yeah, it's just sad though. It's sad. I mean, good Lord. I already have two attention seekers 24/7, and those are my kitty cats. Oh my God. Except when they're sleeping. Oh, thank you. And I'm sorry she's gone, hon. You know, I mean, again, if this is all that is upsetting you in your life, honey, come on. I mean, in the past 24 hours, I've had a few things happen in my family that I didn't even talk about on any of the lives today because I wasn't ready to talk about it just yet. And I didn't want to take away from the chat. I didn't want to make it all about me. I could have easily in 2 seconds, but I didn't. One thing is my mom's best friend passed away last night. She had cancer. She had been ill for quite some time, but I'm so, so, so happy that my mother got to see Mary two times recently. Okay? The last time Mary visited my mother, she passed out in the chair. And we knew that she didn't have, and she had just been put in hospice section of the place she was living. So when you're in hospice, the amount of time you have left can vary, okay? But my mother has just lost her best friend. That is on mine more than any foolery going on social media. That is my priority right now. And I can't go see my mom right now because we have ice and snow everywhere. Schools are closed tomorrow. A lot of businesses are not operating right now. Like DoorDash said that they are not doing anything with their app till the weather improves. Okay. Um, so grocery delivery, good luck on that because everybody bought everybody and their dogs, cats, wolves, coyotes, monkeys, lions, tigers, and bears on mine are buying up food at the store like we're going to be snowed in for weeks. Thank the good Lord for my huge stockpile. Okay. I mean, I'm very, very grateful for that. That's a given. That is a given. I'm so, so fortunate to have plenty of food to last me through. Hello, hello. And, so I'm very, very grateful for that. And I texted my neighbor just now to see if he needs anything because, again, I got plenty. Now, of course, in a few weeks, when I have my next big shop day out, I will be replenishing my supply, if you will. But this is why. This is why I stockpile, you know. Hello, honey. Hello, Miss King. Yeah, I remember you. How could I forget a name like that? Well, honey, we got crazy weather. We got crazy weather in my neck of the woods. We got ice and snow. This is Texas. Oh my gosh. I mean, this happens about every 4 to 5 years, okay? It gets bad, about 4 to 5 years. So that's not much to complain about. Most of this week will be, the lows will be below freezing most of this week. There's going to be a few days where it's going to be in the 40s, but everything else that, again, that ice is, that's watery out, is going to ice over overnight. This is why there's no school in my area for Monday and more than likely Tuesday. Because these roads are treacherous, they're dangerous. I pray that everybody that has to get out in it is going to come home safely. I live in like a condo style type building, so I'm able to check my mail and not have to worry about the elements out there. But I saw this one guy, y'all, it broke my heart yesterday. He had an ice scraper, and he was scraping the sides where you hold on going up the stairs and the steps ahead of him. I mean, I don't even know the guy, but my heart just went out to him. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm fortunate. I work from home. I can stay in. Needless to say, I don't have to get out for my job. But for the many people who have to that do not have a choice, it could be a single parent. It could be that you might have, like, I don't know, maybe a lot of medical bills you got to pay. You might be helping support a relative and you don't have a choice. I've been there. I've been there. So my heart just goes out to all of y'all that have to be out in this. I'm praying that you get home safe and sound to your family and friends, because this weather, it's hellacious. It just, excuse me, it is beyond, I haven't seen this since 2021. Not even. So I'm staying in, you know. Oh, God bless you too, honey. God bless you. Thank you. And again, it's dangerous out there. It is dangerous out there. Please, if you do not have to get out in this mess, please, please, please don't. Please don't. It's not worth it, you know. They have, let me see if I can get on YouTube here on my TV. Thank you, hon. I appreciate it. And see if I could kind of flip the camera in a minute. Y'all could see what's going on around me. Because we have ice and snow. I believe it stopped for now, you know. Um, but again, it's going to freeze over, you know. I think it's like 17 or 18 degrees now. You know, can you believe that in Texas? I'm saying, oh, and I think it's going to be 9 or 10 degrees in the morning. Are you flipping kidding me? Lord, you can't make this up. So let me see if I could find some type of weather thing here that I could show y'all. It's just crazy. It is just crazy. And on Christmas Day, honey, I was running the air. I was running the air on Christmas. Oh my God. I. It's like, okay. I mean, it gives you whiplash. All this change in the weather. And some stations are calling for more snow and ice and stuff on Friday. I hope not. I hope not. Just no more. No more. I swear on a stack of Bible. I will be on my absolute best behavior if we just don't have any more for a while. If we're good for another 4 to 5 years, you know? Oh my gosh. I mean, but It is just like I said. Oh wait, why did I press that button? um, but yeah, the weather here is just insane. And again, if you don't have to get out, please do not get out. It's not worth it. To what? Go to the store and get what? You know? Oh, hey Denise, hun. Hey Denise. Um, honey, I've been seeing all kinds of foolery today. And I'll tell this story again since you're here. But earlier today, I was on a guy's TikTok live. And I don't really know him, but I've seen him around. We'll put it that way. And so there was a lot of us in the chat section of that live. And he was going off and having a hissy fit because we weren't paying him enough attention. Hello, we were talking to him. He couldn't keep up with all the comments, which I get. It is hard to keep up with the comments a lot. There's plenty I miss, and I've been doing this for a decade, for over a decade, easily over a decade. So I try my best to keep up with but it's hard. It is hard. And if you say you can keep up with every comment, you're way better than me, or you're lying, But this guy was having a hissy fit. He was throwing around his pillows in his room. He was, I can't say everything he was saying because of language, but use your imagination. And I'll paraphrase some of it. He was saying, well, why the fudge is anybody talking to me? This is my life, and I'm not going to have this anymore out of any of you, And again, the words, I can't repeat what he said. Well, I got off that chat in 2 seconds and I blocked him. And this guy is in his upper 50s. Honey, if you are my age or older and having a hissy fit like that, you should not be on social media. You should not, a lot of people that are on social media should not be on social media. It is not for everybody. This guy should not be, oh my gosh. Beyond crazy. If you need that much attention, get a dog. Don't get a cat because they require more attention, okay? Get a dog or something. Get a fish. Oh my gosh, if that's all you have to worry about and to get upset about in your life, there's other things going on in a person's life. Other things. That's not just, And like I said earlier, I could have said a lot on the chats I was on today, but I didn't because A, I wasn't ready to talk about it just yet, and B, I did not want to take away from the chat. I didn't want to make it all about me. Because my mama's best friend passed away last night. It's still very hard to process and think about, but I know where she's at. She's not suffering anymore. She had cancer and the cancer had spread. Okay. And she had other medical issues. She had dementia on top of everything. She had multiple medical issues. She's not suffering anymore. Thank you, hon. And I can't even be with Mama right now. I can't even be with her because of this weather. It is ice and snow outside, okay? It has stopped for now, but is below freezing, which means I'm not going anywhere, okay? That hurts. I can't even be with my mom right now. And I could have said that in just about every chat I was in today, but I didn't. Again, I'm still processing that until my time comes, I'm not going to see Mary. That was her name. And this weather is so dangerous, honey. DoorDash is not operating right now. Walmart deliveries near me are not operating right now. Instacart, I don't think is doing any deliveries. I don't blame them. This weather is crazy. They were showing on the news this morning cars on the highway, you know, and guess what? There were wrecks. There were a lot of wrecks. Now, there were some cars, I mean, that were like that were sliding, but they knew the direction to, as far as where to turn the skid, but there were plenty of wrecks out there. Grandma used to always say, count your blessing instead of complaining. Excuse me, because there's somebody else right now that has it worse than you do. That's a fact of life. Look, my mother's best friend, her daughters and her son are having to plan her funeral. Okay? They're having to plan their mother's funeral. There are more important things in life to get upset over than all this. A lot more. If you have your life and if you still have your mother, count your blessings, or your father, whichever parent count your blessings now. Count them now, Because my friend Karen and Mary's other daughter is also named Mary. They don't have their mother right now. And their father died years ago, So they are having to plan a funeral. I cannot even, And again, I can't even be my own mom right now. If it wasn't for this weather, I would have been up there already. You know that. I would have been up there. Excuse me, but because of this weather, that is so not possible. And I'm not even sure when exactly it's going to be safe to get out again. I have no idea, It's supposed to be, I think, like 9 degrees in the morning. It's not supposed to get a little bit above freezing till Tuesday. And then Tuesday night, guess what? Below freezing. So it's going to be a while before I can even go see my mother, I mean, there's a lot more things in life to get upset over. I mean, and I've seen snippy people today on social medias. I've seen pettiness. I've seen, oh my gosh. And they need to change TikTok to wine talk. Oh my gosh. Or beg talk. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, this one girl was whining because she can't get out and go to the mall. Okay. This other girl was mad that she can't go to the Cheesecake Factory. Are you kidding me? I mean, are we adults or are we kids on a playground? Are we kids on a playground mad that the bright, shiny toy is not available to us? I mean, I like the Cheesecake Factory, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to sit here and go, wah, 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 I don't have Cheesecake Factory. Lulu and Keo are more mature than that. And Keo and Bruno were so dang cute, though, eating their ice cream. I love seeing that. I love seeing that. But I pray for the rest of the week coming up that the chats are sane. I'm not even going near any chats on TikTok. Not even. Not even. Oh my God. But yeah, I love that. Where they were eating ice cream. And Boona loves ice cream. He loves his ice cream. Keo was going to town. Keo was eating. I mean, she's so cute though. And I love it that Lulu, those are some really fantastic videos. Yeah, those were fantastic videos that Tam has been cranking out lately. He's been doing it right. He has been doing it right. Okay. He showed Lulu happy being took care of, you know, and they went on a little outing to the forest the other day. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. We don't want to see monkeys in distress or put in stressful situations. Um, we want to see if Tam can keep that up. Hey, that channel will grow. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Yeah. Lala chats need multiple mods, more than one. There needs to be more than one because, again, it is hard for just one person to keep up with every comment. It is very, very difficult. But yeah, people have nothing else better to do than to go into chat and be a troll. Again, they need to get a job or volunteer. Volunteer doing something. You know? If I was Ken, I would appoint 5 mods. He needs at least 5. You know? It's completely stupid. But no, he needs to appoint at least half a dozen mods, I'd say. Because the trolling on that channel is out of control. It's out of control. There needs to be multiple mods to break it down, to stop it, to say, okay. And, you can't always be everybody's friend when you're a mod. You're going to do stuff that sometimes people don't like, or they don't see that this person is being a troll when they are. They're not always going to see it. You cannot worry about who likes what you do and who. The only opinion that matters is the owner of that channel. They're the only one opinion that matters in the end. Not everybody else saying, well, why'd you block him? He didn't say anything. Funny thing, you take a screenshot of the chat and you post it, what that person said. Oh, well, I didn't see that. Or they didn't realize the wording. Okay. I could put screenshots up all day long and post it to show where people were being troll-like, I could show it in 2 seconds. I've had to do that before, on TikTok primarily, to say, hey, this person was being a troll. Look at what they said. And they're like, oh, they didn't say anything. Funny thing, I'll watch a replay, take a screenshot of the section of the comment that was being said. You want to argue against that? You want to really go there? Funny thing, they don't say anything after that. They have nothing to say. Well, I didn't see that, or I thought they were meaning this or that. So being a mod is not the easiest job. It's not, because you are looked at under a scope many times. I get that. That's okay. I don't care what anybody's opinion on me. The only one that matters to me is owner of the channel. Their opinion matters, not anybody else's. And mods are very, very necessary. Yeah. Mods are very, very necessary. Absolutely. I do not go live on TikTok without mods. I have 12 mods, by the way. 12. Why? Because I need them. The comments I get at times, you know, they're appointed. They're picked by the person, you know, that runs a channel. And, you know, now I've said before to other people, hey, if you need a mod, I'm here. But no, the person who has, it's their channel, they generally are the ones that say yay or nay to whoever, you know. Um, but yeah, it's not an easy job because, again, most of the time, people are not going to realize why you're doing what you're doing. They're just looking at you like you're being mean or that you don't have a right to do what you're doing. Hey, and it doesn't matter if you're my friend or not. That does not mean you can just say whatever, you know? I went on a chat, case in point, that my sister was a mod for this one channel. And I went in there and I was acting stupid. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I was saying stuff I shouldn't have said. She warned me. And then guess what? She ejected me from that chat. Now, I know a lot of people would say, but that's your sister. She should have let you slide. No, she shouldn't have. She did her job. Thank you, honey. Thank you. I appreciate that. She was doing her job. And I messed up. I could have thrown a hissy fit right then and made videos and saying, well, my own sister wouldn't let me say this or that in that chat. She did her job. And I apologized to her, by the way, after that. I said, you know what? I was being stupid. No excuse. I didn't say, oh, but I was having a bad day, which I was. That doesn't matter. I had no right. I had no right going in there and say what I did, you know? She did that's her job. That's her job. So no, I don't, that would be like if you had if you had a parent that's a cop, okay? I have an uncle who's a detective, by the way. So that would be like me going willy-nilly up and down the street with about 50 beer cans in my car, even two. It wouldn't work if I said, hey, uncle, I'm your niece. Just let me go with a warning. Let me have a little warning. No. Honey, he would take me in. He would take me all the way to jail. And I wouldn't have one right to whine about it, you know? Just because you're related or you're a friend does not give you a ticket. A get out of jail free card, you know? No. My uncle would have to do his job, you know? And he's had to arrest family members before, you know? And they try to play the family card, like, oh, well, I'm your cousin. What? And he's like, and what were you doing? People play that card too much. They play it all the time, you know? Because they think that they should get out of any consequences. No, I'm sorry. You know? I mean, this is such a crazy world we live in. We should not be nitpicking at one another. We should try to be lifting each other up. This is a hard world and it's getting harder, you know? We have all kinds of craziness going on galore, okay? We'll be here all the rest of the day and night if I go into that, but there's a lot going on. And if you're going to let any chat upset you to that point where it's affecting you that much, and I say this out of love and compassion, not being mean or spiteful, honey, get off of social media. get off of it. You know, I know a lot of people have backed off a great, great deal because it was too much for them. You know, it was too much for them mentally. They did the right thing, you know? And I swear, almost everybody on TikTok should not be on there. I stepped way the heck back on TikTok. God, I have 13,000 followers on there. I could have a lot bigger numbers, had I continued to go live daily. That's how I got my numbers. I was going live daily, 2 or 3 hours sometimes. That was crazy. Looking back, I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't. No excuse. No excuse. But I wanted the numbers, you know? And then I got burned out, you know? I mean, there's a good and bad to TikTok, okay? Like any social media, it's going to have good and bad. Now, TikTok Shop, honey, I swear by it. That is, if only to experience the TikTok Shop, to sign up for TikTok, hey, you can't go wrong. Um, I'm ordering a bread maker this coming Friday, okay? This does everything for you, honey. You don't need to leave your dough out in a bowl with a towel over it. Honey, you put the ingredients in. And if you want to put, like, let's say blueberries in, let's say you're making blueberry breakfast bread. You put the blueberries on this container and it drops into the dough as it's kneading. And it bakes it. Girl, I'm going to be making my own bread. You know? I love the TikTok shop. I mean, I've gotten all kinds of things from there. Like my coffee candies. Now, these are so good. These are Copico coffee candies. And honey, that bread maker is less than $100. Um, this is, I think, cappuccino flavor. So see, you got. I wish I could hand you some, Denise. I got plenty. But no, there's so much good stuff on the TikTok shop. But I'm getting that bread maker. You just gotta have flour, yeast, butter, and whatever else ingredients you want to throw in there. I'm getting it. I think it takes about 3 or so days to get it. I'm so getting that. Because right now I'm almost out of bread, but I'll still be okay. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. Oh my gosh. But I could be making some loaves of bread right now. This one gal on there made jalapeno cheese bread with hers, and she made like a breakfast loaf, cinnamon breakfast bread. And Pepperidge Farm breakfast bread is about $4 down here. I can make my own and also with fresh blueberries, honey. And I know what I'm putting in my bread. So yeah, I don't know what else I'm gonna make from scratch. you know, you could technically make your own butter, heavy whipping cream. And you can make your own heavy whipping cream too. So from scratch is the way to go. And a lot of people are looking into that more and more. From total scratch, you know. But if you've ever had fresh, if I could talk properly, fresh baked bread, there's no comparison. There is no comparison. The kind that you make at home from scratch compared to store bought. There is no comparison at all, you know. Then you know it's such a difference between the two. Mm. And homemade butter. I don't know if you ever had like from scratch homemade butter, which is just made from heavy whipping, you know, cream. There's no big mystery to it. And you add a little salt if, you know, but it's not, yeah, it's night and day. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Yeah. I mean, the smell of fresh baked bread, there's nothing like it. You buy bread at the store, you open up the bag, you don't smell, you know, it's not the same aroma in the air. Uh-uh. But anyway, I'm going to go here in a bit. I need to do a few things um, and, you know, get that out of the way for the day. And the girls are sleeping right now, so I have some peace and quiet. But I probably will go on TikTok for a minute to look at the TikTok shop. No more TikTok chats for me today. No more. I don't want to see the little kids on the playground. I mean, seriously. Oh my gosh. Thank God I blocked that one guy because I just didn't want to see his rants about how nobody was giving him attention. Oh my God. Get a dog. Oh. It must be kitty sleeping hour. You know? But anyway, y'all, I love and appreciate you so, so much. And you have a wonderful rest of the day. And Lord willing, this will be a sane week coming up. We can pray about it. Okay, we will pray about it. But anyway, hon. Um, oh, that's true. That's true. He doesn't need a dog, but y'all, please be careful out there if you're in the bad weather areas. Please be careful and don't get out unless you absolutely have to. Please, it's not worth it, you know. But bye, hun. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Love and appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.